Assalamu alaikum. Good to be here. So it started with a dream. So when I was 10 years old, it was early 90s, when kids wanted to be a doctor or an engineer, maybe a pilot. I wanted to be a cricketer. It was a very brave dream, I must say, but I wanted to be, because I had my cousins, I had my brothers who used to play cricket. And my dream was a very brave one, I must say, right now. But there was a bargain, and the bargain came from my mother. I would say this sentence in Bengali because it makes more sense. So my mother said, and she learned it from her mother. She said, "পড়াশোনা এক, পড়াশোনার ভ্যালু এক, আর পৃথিবীর লাইফে যা কিছু করবা এটার ভ্যালু 0. So if you put 1 and then put many zeros, the number gets bigger. And if you have a lot of zeros in your life, and then you have 1, the value becomes 1. So that was the burden. So I wanted to play, and I wanted to please my mother. So she allowed me, and I started playing cricket. I think it's not working, so let's not bother about it. Okay, so I started playing cricket, and I started practicing. I had a dream to be a professional cricketer. It was going fine, it was going fine, it was going fun. And when I was in class 6, I had to take a huge risk. So my father used to work for army, and he wanted to join me to join the army, but I wanted to play cricket. So when I was in class 6, I gave an admission test for a cadet college. I think you should know, if you get yourself admitted in the cadet college, it becomes easier for you to join the army, because you go in an intensive training program for 6-7 years, and it's very easy for you. But I wanted to play cricket, and I had to take that risk. So I got myself admitted into St. Joseph High School. Though it's a place where academics is very hard, you have to sit for a lot of exams, but I wanted to stay at Dhaka so that I can play cricket. So there came the risk element. I had an option which I could have taken, but I left it. I wanted to play cricket. When I was at my school, so there's my dream and desire. Is it working? All right. So there came the risk element. So I was going to the school, I was practicing, I was attending the examination, but I had to make a lot of sacrifices. I can still remember my parents, my friends used to go to a lot of trips, maybe in Sylhet, maybe in Cox's Bazar, but I was stuck at my home. I couldn't go because when I was studying, and when I was not studying, I was practicing. I was very young, so I had to make this choice. I can still remember that once that was the first, my family's first trip to Sylhet. I had to escape it because I had to sit for examinations, and after that I would have gone to the practices. So you have to, whenever you want to become something or someone, there has to be a lot of sacrifices, and that period, going to, like when I was 12 years old, not going to a trip with family was a huge sacrifice. As I was in St. Joseph High School, I think you should know it's a very well-disciplined school. You have to attend there. They check your dress up, haircut, everything. And I learned discipline from my school. I had to follow everything which came from my school. And even when I was at practices, if you were late, then you have to run extra laps. So it was easy. So you, as a person, if you want to achieve something, I know that we don't like it, but discipline is one of the most important part. If you are not disciplined, you will definitely struggle to achieve what you want to achieve. It's not working again? All right. I will not say anything about hard work because you all know, you students of BRAC University, it's a very prestigious place where you study, and you know about hard work, your exams, your practicals, your day-to-day life coming. And even if you live in Dhaka city, even the traffic can be hard work. It's very difficult. So so in my case, I had to sit for the exams and finish it. Go to my home, half an hour, take shower, have something to eat, and then going for practice. Comes back to home after 3 hours practice, and then study and prepare for the exam. It was at that age. It was definitely hard work, but I can tell you that I enjoyed every single moment of it, and I'm very proud of it that my parents, my coaches made me work hard, and now I can say that I have played for the country. Consistency is one of the main elements. You can study hard for one exam, you can practice for one match, but it is day after day, day after day, day after day. You have to be consistent. Without any consistent effort, it is very difficult to fulfill your dream. I started my speech with my dream, and I believe it is not one single big effort. It is not one big innings, or it is one examination which you have done really, really well. If you don't repeat your performance, you will not be able to become someone. I've gone through consistency. That was, I think it's better I live it. Let me tell my story. So after that, when I finished my school, I was lucky enough to got myself admitted in Notre Dame College. And this is a college where if you don't attend classes 70%, you are not being able to sit for the HSC exam. So I got myself, I was lucky enough to study in Notre Dame College, and I started. And that period, I was 17 plus. So when I was at school, my parents said one thing: we will allow you to play professional cricket not before you sit for SSC examination. That is like you pass class 10. So when I got myself admitted at college, that was my freedom, because now it is my turn to play professional cricket. So I went to the headmaster's office and I said, sir, I'm a cricketer who started to play professional cricket, and you please have to allow me, because if I don't have 70% of attendance, it will be very difficult for me to play cricket. So he said, we will allow, you have to make sure two things. Number one, your grade doesn't get down. And number two, if you're playing, you are a student of Notre Dame College, you cannot fail. You have to play well, and you have to make your college proud. I said at that, I was so happy hearing that. So I was one of the rare students of Notre Dame College who didn't attend a single class in the second year, because I was always in the camp. I was playing, I was participating in different tournaments of Bangladesh Cricket Board. But I took that challenge, and I got support from my teachers and my parents, and I finished my college with a very good grade. I will not say the grade, but I was ranked the 5th at my college from Commerce Department. So after that, when I went, I will tell you a very interesting story. So after HSC, you have to have that Viva examination. So I went, and I was Commerce 1. I had statistics as a 4th subject. So when I went for the Viva, the question I got from my teacher was, can you name the color of the book which you studied? So that I was so irregular in the class. So my teacher said, like, just, what is the color of the book of the first paper? I said, sir, it's brown. So like, oh, you know your book? I said, yes, sir, I know my book. And what is the color of the book of the second paper? I said, it's purple. So then that was the relationship I had. And my teachers were so happy, because I took that bargain, and I was playing for the national team, and it went well. After that, I got a scholarship at Dhaka University. I studied marketing. I'm a BBA graduate. The reason I'm telling it, when in Bangladesh, there is this idea about students or from parents that if you are studying, you cannot do anything else. You have to study. And most of my cricketers, fellow cricketers, who plays cricket, they have to play and they have to work so hard. It is very difficult for them to continue their studies. But Alhamdulillah, I was fortunate enough to do both. If I look back, what helped me to achieve my goals? First thing first, you have to have that burning desire to achieve it. Nowadays, it is very easy for people say, no, it is not going to happen. But if you have a burning desire, I think anything is possible. You have to be consistent what you do. You have to be disciplined. You have to manage your time properly. It is very difficult nowadays to waste time. Social media, you are doing here and there, but if you have to achieve something, I'm pretty sure that you have to know how to manage your time. When I was doing it, when I look back, I still find how could I do it. And the story I'm talking because it is like I'm telling my story. It was difficult, but when I look back, now I see what I did right. When I was playing, I was not worried about my studies. But when I was studying, I was not worrying about my cricket, because when you are studying, so someone can be a guitarist, someone can be an artist, someone can be there's a lot of things you can do. But the problem we make is we mix and match. So when I'm studying, I'm worried about what I'm going to do and how I'm going to perform. And so when you perform, you are still worried about your game or your studies. So you have to know how to manage time. And I can tell you it's very easy. It's nothing complicated, but you have to be determined. So after that, I finished my college. I got myself admitted into National Dhaka University, and then I got my chance to the national team. So when I look back in my life, I'm very happy that I wanted to play for the country. Alhamdulillah, I've been able to do that. I wanted to have a good academics. Alhamdulillah, I've been able to get that. I'm very much thankful to my parents because they were very hard. Sometimes when my grades were very bad, they used to make me not to go to the ground, and it was so difficult for me to just miss a few matches for that as well. But I had to make sure that if I had to study well to please them, and they let me play. So in the bottom line, if I come back to my life and the experience I want to share with you is, you have to dream. You have to have a dream. When in early 90s, Bangladesh never played professional cricket, but I dare to dream. And if you don't have dream, it will never come true. So I would love you to see that, have massive dreams. If you want to touch the sky, you can go up to 10 feet, but if you don't want to touch the sky, you'll stay at the ground. So you dream big and you work hard towards it. You have your time management properly. You have to be disciplined. You have to be consistent, and it will definitely come true. In the last note, I just want to say that this society or environment or this time what we are living, you see people who are beside you in the society. We struggle because we don't work hard. We don't know how to manage our time. We will say that I want to be that, I want to be that, but we don't work hard towards it. And I will definitely, I believe, and I will tell you that in this time, in 2025, if you look, it is very easy to become successful because you look around yourself, people waste time, waste energy, waste money in nothing. So if you want to become something, if you work hard, if you dream big, if you work towards it, I'm pretty sure that dream come true. Because back in 90s, if I can dream on to be a professional cricketer where Bangladesh never played anything, they didn't play. Some of the guys can still remember, we used to play only SARC cricket. There was no test cricket, there was no ODI cricket, the T20 cricket was not born. I dreamed, and Alhamdulillah, the dream has been fulfilled by Almighty Allah. So I would request you to work hard and dream big. Thank you.